I'm Abby Anderson. I am the intimacy coordinator for this production. I'm also an actor and an audiobook narrator. I'm originally from Idaho, and I'm currently based in New York City. Intimacy coordination is a really awesome job that really is about three things. The first thing is that when you have scenes of intimacy in a show, you want them to be there to serve the story. So it fits into the director's vision of what this story is, and whatever you see really just helps the storytelling along. The second thing is that you want any relationship on stage to be genuine and authentic for the audience, so that even if these actors just met a couple weeks ago, the audience can't tell. You say, oh my gosh, these people have been in love forever. They must be together in real life, right? And so it sort of bridges that gap between, you know, what the director's vision is and also what the audience is seeing on the other side. And then the third thing, and the most important thing, is that an intimacy coordinator is there to make sure that the actors are safe and comfortable, that everything that's choreographed for them is repeatable, they are able to do it and feel safe and grounded and are able to give themselves to it 110%. My journey with intimacy coordination actually started when I was an actor, and I had done a lot of shows that required many scenes of intimacy where things would be a little uncomfortable. So when I learned that there was a person who could come into the room and make things feel really comfortable and safe for the actors, I was immediately drawn to that idea. And when I was in graduate school, I had the opportunity to work with an intimacy coordinator when I was an actor in a show. And it completely changed the way that I saw intimate scenes of any nature. I felt as an actor that I was able to really have a voice in what those scenes were like. I felt that I was able to advocate for my own boundaries and my safety, while also just having a lot of fun with my scene partner and the coordinator in crafting these beautiful, beautiful moments. And so that intimacy coordinator is actually who mentored me into becoming one myself. And I got the chance to do my first intimacy coordination show while in grad school with her as my mentor. And I just absolutely fell in love with it. And so here I am, so happy to be doing this for this piece. My involvement in Constellations came about this past summer. I moved back to New York City after graduate school and got to meet up with my former undergraduate roommate, Emma Rose Brooks, who is the wonderful director of this production. She talked to me a little bit about her plans for directing it and asked if I wanted to come aboard once she found out that I had some intimacy direction experience. And so it's just been a wonderful collision of all my worlds with Emma and Petron, both in this show, and then meeting new wonderful friends and having such a wonderful collaboration. So Petron, who plays Roland in this production, was a classmate of mine in my graduate school program. We both got our MFAs in theater performance, and we were in the same year, so we went through all 3 years together and did multiple shows together. We were in the Scottish play together, and we played Dr. Faustus and Mephistopheles in Dr. Faustus, which was really fun. I got to send him to hell every night. It was awesome. Preparation for intimacy coordination is really interesting and really different than when you're an actor in a show, per se, because when you're an actor, you have one role that you know that you get to play, right? But as an intimacy coordinator, I obviously go through the script and look at all the sections that I think might require intimacy. But most of the work and preparation is actually done in the room in collaboration with the actors and the director, because I could have a vision, a movie in my head of what I think this scene looks like, but I need to make sure that it's something that fits into the director's vision. I need to make sure that it's something the actors are comfortable with. And also, once you get the actors in the room, they might come up with an idea that's way better than what I had in my head. And so that's the fabulous nature of this job, is that I'm here as a presence, but usually my job's really easy when I have good collaborators like these ones in this show. The thing about Constellations that I really love is the idea of two people being drawn together in some capacity in every single universe. Because it's not always happy, it's not always joyful and in love. Sometimes it's people who just happen to be sitting on a bench next to each other, but their worlds are still colliding, and something about that is so interesting and unique to me about this play specifically. I think also it deals with the idea of what ifs. I think we go through these moments in life where we said, what if I said no to that? Or what if I agreed to do that? How would that change? And we get to see these characters play out all those different outcomes over and over again, which I think is so unique and wonderful. One of my favorite scenes that I've had the pleasure to work on in this show so far has to do with the characters falling in love for the first time. And I think that's something that everybody can relate to. It's that feeling of being silly and giddy, but it's romantic and it's sweet, and having the wonderful dialogue that Nick Payne has written and being able to marry it with physicality and playing with distance and proximity, and when are those moments that they finally touch and give in to the things that they want is just so beautiful to see and to craft and collaborate on. There are so many moments of beautiful, poignant dialogue in this show, but there's one line in particular that always rings true no matter what universe you're in, and that is Marianne's line, "Spoon, jar of honey, heaven." I think Constellations is a show that anybody will enjoy, because whether you like comedy, tragedy, romance, every universe is gonna be a different genre. So it really is a show that everyone will have at least one universe that they love. So they should come see it. November 14th at 7 p.m., come see Constellations at the Chain Theater. We'll see you there.